We work so you can play. Calypticon 2011. This is a Warhammer 40k battle report with over 250,000 points.
All right, we have finished the last turn, Xenos turn 5. So we're going to take a look at all of the tables and see if you can guess who's going to win. And then we're going to announce the winner. So everybody does not know who's won yet. There's been a lot of secret objectives, but nobody really knows. Speaking of which, yeah, never mind. Okay, so right here we've got the Tyranid tables. As you can see, the only Tyranids left are these four, the four warriors. And unfortunately, this table, they almost got tabled pretty much. Over here, the Tyranids are still alive, but they've been pushed back a lot. So the Imperium have done very well on this table. Here, it's about 50-50. Still lots of Tyranid, but the Imperium are holding their ground. The Orcs have been mostly wiped out here, but they're also mostly wiping out the Imperium. So a lot of carnage on these four tables. You can see that it's been thinned out a lot, because there used to be probably about 30,000 points on each side, and now there's not. Here, the Imperium have been pretty much wiped out. You can see the Orcs moving over, trying to take on that Titan, but they didn't quite get there, because it's still alive. So it survived the entire game, so it gets the Survivor Award. But the rest of the Orcs managed to completely own this table. The Imperium were able to hold as long as they could, but the Orcs, the Xenos, have managed to hold a lot of this table as well. So as you can see down over there, the Xenos were doing poorly, and here the Xenos are doing quite well. Moving on to this table, it's kind of 50-50. As you can see, the Imperium are still holding there, but the Orcs are all over the place, like they normally are. Here we have flyers all over the place, and it looks like the Orcs are mostly holding this table, but they attempted to be destroyed by all these fighters, but that last stomp is still alive, and these Titans are still alive, although there is a lot of damage on a few of them. But for the most part, the Orcs have been able to clear off most of this table. This table is completely owned. You don't think so?
Maybe 2,000 points. What had a stomp?
Out of 8, but 2,000 out of 8,000, right?
6,000.
All right, so he's got 2,000 points still alive. From what it looks like, the Orcs have been able to clear off a lot. But of course, there's not.
That's the truth.
But,
believe your eyes.
But of course, there's not a lot of Orcs left either. So a lot of contesting back and forth right there. Here on this table, of course, the Tau have completely wiped out. Almost completely wiped out. Completely wiped out?
They're all gone.
They're all gone, yeah, so completely wiped out everything. Here, it's still kind of back and forth. The Eldar are still alive right here, but there's still a lot of Imperium right there. So the Imperium are doing pretty well there.
But we tied objective-wise.
Yeah. That's what matters, right? And then over here, same thing. Not much Imperium left, but there's still some alive. So you can see the game has gone back and forth quite a bit. And we move on to this table. The Eldar have owned most of the Imperium. They still have some stragglers left. But this Titan has been the boss, as he's killed Titans and everything else that stood in his path. And here we have the Dark Eldar still holding their ground, and the Imperium still holding their ground, so this is a pretty even matchup. Unfortunately, the Eldar reinforcements on this table that flew in were not able to do as much damage as they would have liked to, so the Grey Knights and Demon Hunters have been able to hold their ground on this table and grab all the objectives. And then we move on to here. This is back and forth as well. We still have Chaos alive, but the Titan is still alive. Any Titan that survives 5 rounds deserves a medal, because they always get targeted. And so tons of carnage. Moving on to the Chaos and Blood Angels and Imperium side over here. Hardly anything is remaining standing except for this one Chaos force over here is pushed through. That table is completely owned by Chaos, but the rest we see a lot of Chaos have moved in. There's almost like a line right here where the Chaos have pushed in. And you can see that there's not a lot of Imperium left. So you can see a lot of different tables where the Imperium have completely owned the Xenos, and a lot of tables where the Xenos have completely owned the Imperium. So the question is, who grabbed enough objectives, and who grabbed all of their secret objectives? You're going to find that out in just a moment. I have the winners here. So first off, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves. From what I can tell, everybody enjoyed themselves despite the heat. I do again apologize for that, but it broke last week. Yeah, thank you for showering. Yeah, thank you for showering and wearing deodorant. That's much appreciated. Next year we're going to be doing this again. This is going to be a yearly event, just like we had last year. We had 80,000 points. This year we have like over 250,000 points. And next year we're thinking we're going to shoot for 1,000,000 points. You can look forward to the announcement for that over the next few months. But we've gotten a lot of suggestions, a lot of feedback already. So if you have more feedback, feel free to put it on the forums under the Apocalypse game. So thank you very much for your participation. Overall, everybody was really good sports, and so I really appreciate that. It helps the game to move along quite quickly. Now, for the points. Let's start with the secret objectives. Quite a few people managed to get their secret objectives. There's actually one who got the objective to completely wipe out their opponent, and the opponent actually got the objective to be completely wiped out. So it was random. So it just happened that they got paired up, and that worked out perfectly. I love when that happens, because then everybody's happy. So they both got the secret objectives there, and that was 3 points for both of them. And so the Xenos side, secret objectives, got a total of 13 points of their objectives. I don't know why you're cheering, because you have no idea if that's good or not. Because we gotta compare it. Yeah. Yeah. The Imperium side got a total of 12 points for their secret. So now remember, it gets added up with the regular objectives. So right now the Xenos are ahead by 1 point. That's not a lot when you consider that there is about 60 points of objectives on the table, and there's even a couple extras that formations that people brought. So the Imperium, the number of objective points that they got was a total of 20. And the Xenos, there might have been some that just weren't taken, just remember that. On the Xenos side, They got a total of 37. Which means the Xenos side has a total of, that would be 50 points, while the it's not about numbers, remember. And the Imperium side got a total of 32 points, so 50 to 32. So it's pretty close. So, anyways, so thank you very much everybody who came. We look forward to having everybody back again next year. We're hoping to make it a bigger event, bigger venue, bigger everything. So all your suggestions we will listen to. But thank you very much again. Have a safe trip home and have a great weekend.